The Sigma female is an intriguing and unique personality that stands apart from the typical alpha or beta categories. Known for her independence, emotional intelligence, and quiet strength, she commands attention without trying. With a strong sense of self and a clear understanding of her values, she embodies a powerful presence that doesn't seek validation. Here are 10 key traits that define her and set her apart from the rest. Number 10. She's a total badass.
What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something?
The Sigma female is the kind of person who commands respect without even trying. She's the definition of strength and resilience, a force to be reckoned with in every aspect of her life. Her strength isn't loud or aggressive. It's quiet, but undeniable. When the Sigma female enters a room, there's a palpable energy shift. She doesn't need to announce her presence because her confidence speaks for itself. She's comfortable in her own skin, which is why she doesn't feel the need to engage in power struggles or seek validation from anyone. As the legendary Maya Angelou once said, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." This quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of the Sigma female. She's been through her fair share of challenges, but she's never allowed herself to be defined by them. In fact, each hurdle she faces only makes her more determined and resolute in her journey. She doesn't dwell on the past, nor does she allow adversity to break her spirit. Instead, she uses her setbacks as stepping stones to greater achievements. Her strength is also reflected in her ability to remain calm and composed under pressure. While others may panic or act impulsively, the Sigma female maintains clarity of mind, assessing the situation logically and responding with wisdom. This emotional control allows her to remain steadfast, regardless of external chaos. Whether she's dealing with a personal crisis or navigating a professional challenge, her approach remains measured, and her ability to stay focused is unparalleled. Additionally, the Sigma female's strength often inspires those around her. Number 9. Sarcasm is her love language.
That's kind
Life you complaining about and you're not changing it. Could be your relationships, your body, your health.
Sarcasm is more than just a tool of humor for the Sigma female. It's an essential part of her communication style and personality. As the saying goes, sarcasm is her love language. For her, it's not just about making people laugh. It's about challenging norms, breaking the ice, and expressing herself in a way that feels authentic and satisfying. Her remarks often contain layers, allowing her to infuse humor with sharp observations that require deeper reflection. People might find themselves laughing at her wit, only to realize a few moments later that there was more to the comment than they initially understood. Her ability to mix humor with insight is a skill she's mastered, and it makes her interactions more interesting and engaging. However, it's essential to understand that sarcasm for the Sigma female isn't about being mean-spirited or malicious. As George Carlin once said, sarcasm is the protest of the weak. While this quote suggests that sarcasm can be a defense mechanism for some, for the Sigma female, it's not a reaction to insecurity or vulnerability. Instead, she uses sarcasm as a form of clever, controlled expression. She doesn't feel the need to hide behind it because she's confident in who she is and what she believes. Her sarcasm is a way to keep things real and to navigate conversations with a sense of humor, wit, and a bit of edge. She's unafraid to speak her mind, But her sharp tongue isn't intended to hurt. It's meant to entertain, challenge, and provoke thought. Number 8, she's intellectually driven.
One thing I would say to men is when a woman's fighting with you, she's actually fighting for you. You should be worried when she stops caring. When she's actually annoyed.
The Sigma female's intellectual drive is more than just a thirst for knowledge. It's a deep-seated desire to understand the world in its entirety. Her curiosity is relentless, and she often immerses herself in various subjects, from science and philosophy to art and history. She doesn't just skim the surface. She seeks to explore concepts in their depth, always challenging herself to think critically and question accepted norms. One key trait of the Sigma female is her ability to think independently. She doesn't rely on the opinions or perspectives of others to shape her views. Instead, she cultivates her own set of beliefs, formed through a careful process of analysis and reflection. This independent thinking allows her to make decisions with confidence, as she bases her choices on her own judgment and insights, rather than following the crowd. Her intellectual pursuits aren't limited to passive learning. The Sigma female is often engaged in creative problem solving, using her sharp mind to find innovative solutions to complex challenges. She may even be drawn to fields that require a high degree of expertise, such as research, technology, or entrepreneurship, where her intellectual curiosity and problem-solving skills can be fully utilized. The late, great Carl Sagan once said, "Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known." That's Sigma's motto. If you're having a conversation with her, be ready for some thought-provoking insights that'll make you rethink everything you thought you knew. Number 7, she's got a strong sense of justice.
The little things, men tend to be like, oh, she's disrespectful, she's rude, she's so annoying. But it's actually because she cares too much.
For the Sigma female, standing up for what's right isn't just about fighting for her own values. It extends to those who need help or support, even if they are strangers. If she sees someone being taken advantage of, or if she notices an unfair situation unfolding, she'll step in without hesitation. In fact, her sense of justice often makes her a natural advocate, whether it's for her friends, her family, or even a cause she feels passionate about. Her loyalty to her principles is unmatched, and she has a natural tendency to fight for the underdog. This comes from her understanding that fairness and equality are core to a balanced and harmonious society. It's not about being a rebel for the sake of rebellion. It's about standing up for what is fair, true, and right. As Maya Angelou profoundly said, we all should know that diversity makes for a rich tapestry, and we must understand that all the threads of the tapestry are equal in value, no matter their color. This quote resonates deeply with the Sigma female, who sees the inherent value in every person, regardless of their background, race, gender, or social status. Her fight for justice is driven by a firm belief in equality, respect, and human dignity. For her, true justice doesn't discriminate. It treats all individuals with fairness and impartiality, recognizing the inherent worth of everyone. Her advocacy for justice is rooted in a deep empathy for others. The Sigma female understands that the fight for equality is ongoing, and she's willing to take action, even if it means going against the grain. She's not afraid to challenge unfair systems or confront those who perpetuate inequality, and she does so with courage and conviction. Whether it's standing up for a friend who's been treated unfairly or using her platform to raise awareness about social issues, the Sigma female remains steadfast in her mission to create a world where fairness and respect are the norm not the exception. Number 6, she's super selective with her inner circle.
Is not your friend, ladies. And if you really do treat him like your best friend,
The Sigma female takes a discerning approach to her relationships, making her inner circle incredibly exclusive and meaningful. She isn't interested in superficial friendships, but instead seeks out those who add value to her life, offering trust, loyalty, and alignment with her goals. People in her circle typically share her ambition, independence, and wisdom, creating a powerful support system built on mutual respect and understanding. Her selectiveness is all about quality over quantity. She understands that time and energy are finite resources, so she chooses wisely who she invests in. This approach results in stronger and more impactful friendships, grounded in authenticity. For her, it's not about filling her life with noise, but rather cultivating deep, meaningful bonds that can withstand time. As the famous quote by Jim Rohn says, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." The Sigma female knows this all too well, and she surrounds herself with people who align with her values and ambitions. If you're in her world, expect deep connections and genuine loyalty. But if you're not, don't expect her to waste time with shallow conversations. Number 5, she'll cut people off without hesitation.
What is the difference between a woman that wants to be a wife versus a woman that just wants a husband?
Oh, you know what? I think most of us are bred to.
The Sigma female has an unwavering sense of self-worth, and she understands the importance of protecting her peace. Her energy is sacred, and she won't allow anyone to disrupt it with negativity or toxicity. If someone disrespects her, betrays her trust, or proves to be a drain on her emotional resources, she won't hesitate to sever ties. For her, maintaining personal boundaries isn't about drama or confrontation. It's about ensuring that only people who uplift and respect her remain in her life. Her ability to cut people off without hesitation comes from a deep understanding of her own value. She doesn't hold on to relationships that are no longer serving her or that are built on shallow foundations. This isn't a reflection of bitterness or a desire to hurt others, but rather a necessary step in her self-preservation and growth. She doesn't see the point in investing time or energy into people who show no genuine interest in her well-being or personal growth. Unlike other personality types who may struggle to confront or let go of relationships, the Sigma female isn't afraid of the discomfort that might come with cutting someone off. She views it as a way of protecting herself, her energy, and her mental health. Once someone has shown their true colors or made it clear that they're not bringing positivity into her life, she will remove them from her circle without a second thought. She values peace over the drama of holding on to toxic relationships. As Oprah Winfrey once said, "The only people who get upset about you setting boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none." A Sigma female's boundaries are clear and non-negotiable. She's loyal to the people she values, but if you cross her, she'll move on. No second thoughts. Number 4, she's emotionally detached. The Sigma female's emotional detachment is a key characteristic that helps her thrive in a world full of emotional turbulence. Her detachment doesn't imply that she lacks feelings or empathy, but rather that she has developed the ability to regulate her emotions effectively. She recognizes that emotions are an important part of the human experience, but she chooses not to let them control her actions or decisions. Instead, she maintains a sense of emotional balance that allows her to navigate situations with a level-headed approach. Her emotional maturity often manifests in her relationships, whether personal or professional. While she may not be the type to openly express her feelings in a dramatic way, she still knows how to communicate her needs and boundaries effectively. She listens with empathy, but does not let others' emotional states overwhelm her. This emotional independence is liberating, as it helps her avoid codependency and unhealthy attachments, allowing her to maintain a sense of freedom and authenticity in her interactions. Additionally, the Sigma female's emotional detachment supports her ability to focus on her goals without distraction. Her ability to stay calm and composed in the face of challenges helps her to stay on track and make decisions based on logic rather than emotional impulses. Whether in the workplace or in personal projects, she tends to approach problem-solving from a place of rationality, ensuring that her choices align with her values and long-term objectives. Number 3, she's got a mysterious aura.
All the infinity stones to become the perfect guy for it.
The Sigma female's mysterious aura is an essential part of her identity, one that naturally draws people in while keeping them at a distance. She doesn't easily reveal her thoughts, emotions, or motivations, and this creates an air of intrigue that makes her all the more fascinating. As much as others may want to understand her, the Sigma female remains just out of reach, a puzzle that refuses to be solved. This mystery isn't something she deliberately crafts. It's a natural part of her being. She isn't concerned with explaining herself to others or fitting into anyone's expectations. For her, there's power in maintaining a level of secrecy, in choosing which aspects of her life and personality to reveal and which to keep private. This creates a sense of allure around her, as people are drawn to her, but are rarely able to fully understand her. It's the delicate balance of openness and protection that makes the Sigma female so magnetic. In line with Frank Herbert's quote, "The mystery of life isn't a problem to solve, but a reality to experience." The Sigma female embraces the mystery in her life, rather than feeling the need to eliminate it. She doesn't see the need to be decoded or analyzed. Her mysterious aura isn't a problem to be solved, but a rich layer of her existence that adds complexity and depth to who she is. There's beauty in her enigmatic nature, one that allows her to move through life on her own terms, without being fully understood or constrained by the perceptions of others. People often mistake this quiet reserve for coldness or indifference, but this couldn't be further from the truth. What they fail to realize is that the Sigma female's mystery comes from a place of self-assurance and emotional intelligence. In the end, the Sigma female's mysterious aura is one of her most captivating features. Number 2, she's an independent, free spirit.
But when you get that one female that's loyal, that love you, that's down to ride with you, that trusts you, believe in you, don't take that for granted, because that gonna be that person.
When it comes to the Sigma female, the concept of freedom isn't just about physical space. It's about emotional and mental autonomy. This woman doesn't need a crowd to feel validated or fulfilled. In fact, she often thrives in solitude, carving out her own path and doing things on her own terms. The Sigma female is someone who dances to the beat of her own drum, unapologetically refusing to follow societal norms or seek approval from others. While many people are constantly influenced by trends, the Sigma female remains unbothered by what's in or cool at the moment. Her mindset is rooted in self-reliance, and she's constantly finding ways to nurture her own individuality, regardless of outside pressure. The famous quote by Audrey Hepburn, "I don't want to be alone, I want to be left alone," perfectly sums up the Sigma mindset. She relishes her independence and doesn't need anyone to tell her what to do or how to feel. She's secure in her own identity and doesn't waste time seeking external validation, especially from men. Whether she's pursuing her career, passions, or self-growth, her focus is on building her own empire without relying on anyone else to help her do so. As the Buddha wisely said, "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." This profound insight encapsulates the Sigma female's approach to emotional regulation. She knows that anger, fear, or anxiety can be powerful forces, but she also knows that allowing those emotions to take over will only cause harm in the long run. A Sigma female is skilled in acknowledging her emotions without letting them consume her. By recognizing the power of her emotions, she can use them in constructive ways rather than allowing them to sabotage her peace of mind. Number 1, she's an introverted leader.
When you finally meet a good guy who treats you well and you're actually in love with and you want to spend your life with, you're not scared of him cheating on you or beating you up.
The Sigma female is the embodiment of an introverted leader, someone who doesn't crave the spotlight, yet commands attention and respect effortlessly. Her leadership style is subtle, but incredibly impactful. She doesn't need to be front and center to make a difference. In fact, she often works behind the scenes, guiding and inspiring others with a quiet strength. People naturally gravitate toward her during challenging times, not because she's forcing herself into a leadership role, but because they trust her judgment and admire her composure. Susan Cain's quote, "There's zero correlation between being the best talker and having the best ideas," perfectly encapsulates the Sigma female's approach to leadership. In a world that often celebrates extroversion, loud personalities, and the most vocal opinions, the Sigma female thrives by embracing her introversion. She knows that the power of ideas and solutions doesn't lie in how loudly they're expressed, but in the quality and wisdom behind them. While others may seek constant validation through public displays of authority or attention, the Sigma female is content in letting her actions speak louder than words. Whether she's managing a project, leading a team, or simply offering advice, the Sigma female leads with grace and authenticity. She doesn't feel the need to prove herself because she knows her worth. Her leadership stems from her deep understanding of people and situations. So, after all that, do you think you might be a Sigma female, or maybe you know one? Let us know in the comments below what traits you think stand out the most. Is there a characteristic we missed? Do you agree with the traits we covered? Or did something else pop into your head? And hey, if you want more insights into powerful personalities and what makes them tick, don't forget to subscribe to the Stoic Legends and ring the bell for notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next.